Hello everyone, it's Audrey, and I wanted to share a few tips on navigating this crazy time that we're in right now. I know that with fears about COVID and about politics and natural disasters, they're all just weighing on our collective consciousness. And this is not unlike something we experienced 4 years ago. Actually, almost 4 years ago, I had a heart attack, and it was in the throes of the election, and I decided after my heart attack I wanted to share what I did with you. So right now we are a very polarized country. There are people that feel very strongly about one political candidate or the other. There's very few people that are undecided, like 5% or so. And so my suggestion to you is not to share any political convictions on Facebook or other social media, because you are not going to change anyone else's mind, and you are going to rile up the people who believe differently than you. And I myself have some pretty strong opinions, but I don't share them because, you see, I do like people that share different opinions than I do. And I just have decided, I'm going to love them anyway. Some of them are in my own family. So I allow people to be who they are and to think who they are, but I don't have to listen to it. And so what I would invite you to do is to stop following. You can silence people for a month on your feed if you want, because of what they're posting might be toxic to you. And what I did after my heart attack, not only did I unfriended some people that I thought were behaving very obnoxiously, but you can snooze people. I think that's the correct term. You can snooze people on Facebook that are upsetting to you, but maybe you love them anyway, like you love them as friends or as family or whatever. Just snooze them so that after the election that we can move on. And the other thing I would suggest that you do is find thought leaders that you really like, that are upbeat, that and fill your feed with those people. Do that follow them first, so that your feed gets filled up with things that you want to hear, not all the woes about everything that's going on in the world. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be aware of what's going on, but you shouldn't fill up so much of your conscious time consuming media that is alarming. After my heart attack, I really changed the feed and I limited the amount of social media that I consumed. I also stopped watching the news. Now, not everybody maybe wants to do that. So what I would suggest is find an unbiased news source. They actually do tend to be the major networks, and PBS or BBC are the most fact-based reporting. I would suggest doing that, but don't consume too much. If you don't want to consume and you're worried about am I going to be totally ignorant of what's going on? If it's really important, people will tell you. I found out there's an earthquake or a landslide or whatever. I found out through other ways than always having this continuous diet. You see, when we are upset with the world, our vibration can't help but affect other people. And we as a nation need to do some healing. And what I would suggest that you do that would be the best for you and the best for everyone is to find something that makes you happy and try and stay there as long as you can. And it might seem Pollyanna-ish to you, but if you can't find something that makes you really happy and give off that vibe, then at least don't fill your brain with negativity and politics and things like that that are so polarizing. So anyway, you have more power than you think about how you want to feel and the environment that you create. You can decide, are you going to watch news? Are you going to tolerate crap going through in your news feed, are you going to decide to be with toxic people, or are you maybe instead just going to be alone reading a good book or watching an uplifting movie that will help you rather than being around people that just bring you down? So those are things I actually practice. Like, it became a real deal for me after my heart attack, and it's becoming very real as a reminder because I'm almost at my 4-year anniversary. And I just wanted to pass that along to you. Let's do our best to increase our positivity and vibration because it rubs off on other people. You create a ripple. You make a difference. You really do. And if everybody did their own part, we would be so much happier at work and so much more of a cohesive country and group that, that's my challenge to you. Raise your vibration. You have a lot more power than you think. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.